Alright, yo, we watching some Skip and Shannon today. Since the Celtics won and we going to Game 6, I want to hear if, they think they're coming back or not. We're going to watch a little bit of this. We got the Game 6 tomorrow. We reacted to Game 5 yesterday. Can the Celtics do it, man? I'm confident. I don't know why. I feel like the Celtics might, bro. Just Jimmy's going to have a Jimmy freaking Butler game, and is there a reason why Jimmy never won? We'll see. We'll see. Celtics are a better team. I still got the Heat in 6. I got the Heat winning the next game, but if they do lose that game, they're done. They're done. So all this next game.
They're not playing above
this next game is Game 7.
as far as shooting the basketball. And so now they've come back to
who
they actually are. And the Celtics are player for player are a better team. Their two best players are better. I believe their role players are better. So when you factor that in, they forced the Heat into 16
aren't going to play better than
than
they've been playing.
We'll
see if they're actually what they are.
They had 4 players all over 21 points. So when you can get production like that, they take care of the basketball. They forced Miami, what Miami was doing to the Celtics, forcing them to turn the ball and creating points. Boston flipped the script, forced them into turnovers, created points off that. I just think the thing is, Skip, they got them right where they want them. They do.
Got them right where they want them. The Raptors were in the same situation last year, my Raptors, against the Sixers first round.
Started out March.
Ended up losing in the Game 6, so hopefully the Celtics
better not let us get another one, so they're going to keep that going, Skip. I think your Heat are in trouble. Jimmy Butler is struggling. What do you have, 14 points last night? 5 of 10. The other night, what was he, 9 of 21? He was real inefficient.
I think he can play like that and can still win. I really do.
And because the other guys are not playing so far above their head like they did in the first 3 games, they kind of come back to the pack. Boston has sized them up, seized the moment. I like it going 3-3 on Saturday and then coming back Monday and close this thing out.
Damn. He likes it.
I picked it in 6. You laughed at me when I said the Heat in 6 because you couldn't fathom it would go beyond 4.
No, I thought they'd win a game. I did think they'd win 1 game.
Gentleman's sweep, said Shannon Sharp.
Okay.
I said Heat in 6. I am standing by Heat in 6. I love Heat in 6 because
I like it too. I really do.
Perfectly.
I really do.
Heat
I like
to ride
it.
the roller coaster that
is
is driven by the Boston Celtics. I'm going to say this again. Something has been missing from your Boston Celtics all year long. It will manifest itself once again in Game 6 back in Miami.
You better hope so.
Just when you least expect it, you have a game from the Boston Celtics. It's happened all season long. I'm going to say it again.
I mean, we might be due for a Celtics game. We might be due.
To Orlando.
We'll see.
Going into last night, they had lost 5 of 9 home playoff games. I give them last night, but I gave them last night yesterday. I first guessed yesterday. I said they'd win by 20, and most of the game they were ahead by right around 20 points. And at the end, it got a little closer and went all the way to 13. I thought, oh, my God, are you going to flip your pick because it gets to 12?
No, because we see that they had a big lead. No, we were good.
Okay. The Celtics are front runners. The Celtics live and die by the three-point shot, and they were falling from unexpected sources such as my guy from the San Antonio Spurs, Derek White. What did he do last night? He made 6 of 8 threes. He made 3 threes in the first quarter. And I'm about to show you why this game was over almost before it started. Because I give your Celtics this. They carried the momentum from Game 4 right into a home Game 5, and they came out and played far more desperate basketball than the visiting team played last night. The visiting team did not show up last night. The Celtics showed some serious green Celtic pride last night and said, watch this, this is who we can be. And then it felt like after the game that they had won the championship. It felt like they had decided, we just made history. We are just about to win 4 straight games because it felt like they won all 4 in a row just last night. That was the feeling in the arena and in the locker room and all the post-game interviews.
Watch about another 6 minutes of this round.
This game was highly misleading because, number one, Gabe Vincent did not play. I was not shocked he did not play because you and I both looked at that ankle turn in Game 4, and it didn't look great.
Correct.
But they said, according to Allie LaForce on TNT, that her stand-up report right at the start of the game was they said they were holding him out for sort of precautionary reasons, like he could have played if he'd had to, but obviously they have a little bit of rope to play with here. So all the indications are that he will go in Game 6. I don't know exactly what's going on with his ankle, but I'm just going to think that he's going to go and be pretty to very good in Game 6. All Gabe Vincent had done through the first 4 games was make 11 of 22 threes. All he had done was turn Shannon Sharp into a believer, because you told me a couple times every time he went up.
I mean, they got him over Kyle Lowry, so there must be
good,
something.
right?
Was the game 2 or game 3? He had a 29
3. He had 29 points in game 3. He is their fire starter. He is their initiator. Their best player by far is Jimmy Butler. I'll get to him in just a moment.
I really do.
They missed Gabe Vincent.
I really don't care who wins, but I want to see it go 7.
Playing some point guard, even though Jimmy is
Jimmy
obviously
and Kyle
the
are my
sort
two
of
favorite
point
players on the
forward
court,
of the
he had just
orchestrator
like
of the team.
NBA TV finals, you know.
Without him, they had to shift Kyle Lowry up into a role that he's no longer capable of fulfilling, and that's to be the starting point guard.
Playing Kyle Lowry,
he's 37 years of age.
Playing Kyle Lowry,
he's battered.
He's worried that he wouldn't be here without him.
Broken. He's got this going on, that going on. Last night he's holding on to his ring finger on his shooting hand. I don't know what that was about. But the point was, the game was actually over before it even started, because on the very first play of the game, they win the tip, the Miami Heat, and they go down, and they have 2 really good players. One, Jimmy Butler, he's number 1, and sort of 1A is Bam Adebayo. And can we see what Bam did on the very first offensive possession of the game? Bam, no, Marcus Smart just picks his pocket, and off to the races they go. And guess what? Jason Tatum's off to his race. That's
Bam and Kyle Lowry had 10 of them.
Bam steps out of bounds, and all of a sudden Derek White gets another 3. And then the Cody Zeller. At that point, they're down 14, and then they end the first quarter 35-20, down 15, over, ball game. Might as well not even play the rest of the night. Is that Miami Heat basketball? I ask you. No. And yet, here we go again with this 3-point shooting. The Celtics, way more than the Heat, live and die with the 3-point shot.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? And so I look at the game, Shannon. Look at what the Celtics in the first 3 games. Here are those 3 losses. They go Celtics from 3. 34.5% in game 1. Game 2 is 28.6%. Game 3, which was just a nightmare, 26.2%. And then, boom, they flip the script and they go 40.0%. And you know what the stat is? They're 38 and 2, 40+%. And then last night, 41. So they go 40 and 41% in their 2 turnarounds. Can they go back to Miami and shoot 42%? I say no way. Which brings me to your best player, the guy that you love. I thought maybe you'd come out here in that Jason Tatum.
No.
Not
yet. No, it was Derek White. I should have came out here with a headband.
Okay, well, should you? Did you think about it?
Yeah.
Well, at least the Spurs got something going for him, because he at least was a Spur, right?
But I had to get a haircut. My haircut had to start at the 50-yard line to get like Derek White.
Okay, well, that's a fact. Now you're taking a shot.
That's crazy.
That is a fact.
Crazy.
I give you fact.
That's great. No. Let's end it on that. Let's end it on that. The negativity. Hey, man. Make sure to like, rate, subscribe. Let me know who you got in the series. We're at the game tomorrow. It's going to be crazy.